Hello, my name is Jeremy Fletcher, the author of Survey of Mathematics. Several years ago, I began seeing more of a dichotomy of students when it came to mathematics. On one end of the spectrum, I saw high-level math students, students who had the aptitude and the drive to continue on with courses such as calculus. However, for students that did not have that desire to go on to higher level mathematics, they were relegated to a math class that was mediocre. About the only thing for them was consumer math. And although consumer math can be extremely beneficial, most students take it because it's an easy A. Although that was not in and of itself a problem, the issue blossomed the following year, their freshman year of college, where they were required to take college algebra. And they found that they remembered very little of their math from high school. College can be a huge adjustment as it is. Why make it more difficult by not preparing for your classes? Many of these consumer math students also find that their SAT scores are rather low, which lessens their likelihood of scholarships or even being accepted into a college. So I saw a need to fill a gap for these college-bound high school juniors and seniors. How can we help students raise their knowledge so that their performance is better on the SAT? What do we do with students who are going to have to take math in college, but whose majors are not going to be dependent upon their mathematics course? The doctors, the engineers of the world, they need to take the advanced math courses such as calculus. But what do we do for the hundreds of students going into fields such as nursing, education, humanities, journalism, history, philosophy, theology, the performing arts, or a host of other majors that may require a college math course, but not anything like calculus? So this book takes the general knowledge that students have learned throughout their career as a student and strengthens their basic knowledge. In Unit 1, basic mathematical principles are discussed that are vital to the understanding of future math concepts. Unit 2 covers basic problem solving and reasoning skills. This helps the students to think through and analyze ways in which to solve word problems, which is real life. Seldom is anyone outside of school given a problem along with the formula that they need in order to solve it. No. We are given information in a word form that must be broken down, analyzed, and developed into mathematical formulas that are solvable. Algebra is the topic of Unit 3. This is one of the longer sections, but I have taken the main thrust of algebra, which is a 2-year course, and condensed this information into about a month's worth of classroom learning. Likely there is nothing new covered in this section that the students have not already previously learned. However, what is not practiced and reviewed will often be forgotten. Geometry is the basis for many careers, such as engineering and architecture. However, the basics of geometry are very beneficial for everyday life as well. So Unit 4 reviews the general concepts of geometry and includes topics on triangles, perimeter, area, surface area, and volume. Some students may have had pre-calculus class and then decided not to move on to calculus. Other students may want to take pre-calculus but do not feel comfortable in their knowledge. So Chapter 5 is a great benefit to both of these groups because it will either review or teach concepts of trigonometry, logarithms, and exponential functions. Of course, no math book would be complete without graphing. Some people love it, some people hate it. In Unit 6, we learn about graphing lines, parabolas, hyperbolas, the basic three trig functions, inequalities, and a host of other things. Along with this topic, we will also learn how to solve systems of equations both graphically and through the use of substitution and elimination. Several problems on the SAT deal with probability. Unit 7 walks the reader through solving simple and moderately difficult probability problems. Problems that are similar to what you would see on an SAT or an ACT. Of course, what is the probability unit without a unit on statistics? Entire classes are taught on this one topic, but in this unit, The basics are covered as to how to relate data, determine statistical importance, is there a correlation between sets of data, along with very important section on how people misrepresent statistical data in an effort to manipulate others. Unit 9 is a short chapter on voting methods and fairness. Frankly, this chapter is more for general knowledge than anything else. Not only are various voting methods discussed, but also the difference between voting weight and power. Just because you have more weight does not necessarily mean you possess more power. We finish this unit by discussing the Electoral College and the importance of it. The final unit is likely the most important unit of all, personal finance. Why is it so important? Because everyone uses it. Topics of interest, investments, car purchasing, home buying, taxes, making a budget, insurance, and much more is discussed in this chapter. This chapter should be known by every single high school senior before they graduate. It could literally change the course of their future.